2024, and we're going into 2025. I would never have believed it. It seems to me we've passed a quarter of a century. Kids who were born in the year 2000 are no longer young. They're in their mid-20s. A whole generation is growing up, and they're being disappointed. Disappointed because there are so few jobs. In this modern economy, our GDP is doubling, but we're not using all the folks who would like a job. That's the truth, because in the established monopolies, they need just so many people. They're producing the same old widgets all the time. Sure, there are innovators out there, and they're taking in folks from all over the world with H-1B visas because they're not using American talent, and we've got talent galore. I hear kids in their 20s and 30s and 50s who are bright, who would like a job, and they're not getting it, and it's a pity. And all over the world, this is happening, where people are being disappointed. And what they don't understand is the Industrial Revolution has run its course. The use of fossil fuels have run their course. Petroleum, plastics, they're of another age. In the age of 2025 and moving forward, as Elon Musk says, there's plenty of new ideas out there and plenty of new products to be made. In our own country, Microsoft, who's building data centers, is also looking to build a fusion plant. Hellion, it's called. Because the data centers take up a lot of energy. But AI is not the answer. New products are the answer. Hybrids of old crops are the answer. Reducing or stabilizing our carbon emissions, our sulfur emissions, our methane emissions. That's what's got to happen, because in this new era, we're going to continue to see weather extremes that are not good for man. It does not allow us to exist. And what else is there to discuss? Well, all over the globe, there seems to be dissatisfaction. And democracy is being challenged. And it's winning in many places. And that's one thing to be thankful for. We've got checks and balances in our own country. We've got Congress. And Congress, after all, is responsible for how money is spent in America. And the states get a hell of a lot of money. And whether they believe in climate change or not, I don't see them giving back the billions that they got under Biden for infrastructure building. And Lord knows we need it. All you have to do is go to the cities and you can see where we need infrastructure, and we need it quickly. We don't have enough gas hookups to electrify our apartment houses. So we got to think about tomorrow. We need solar here. We need wind power here. We need fusion, which is probably 5 to 10 years off. And we need third generation nuclear. And I've been saying that for a long time. Don't rebuild what's old. Don't try and reconstruct it. Please build new. Now, we've got someone from the right in power, Donald Trump. Donald Trump, Elon Musk, Vivek, and at least 5 billionaires. How will they govern? I'm not sure. I already know that a lot of what they want to do has to go through Congress. And Congress has already passed a budget. There's no review of that budget until mid-March. So I don't think there's going to be that much change between now and March. I could be wrong. I don't like to see prognosticators anywhere else. So I can't say. Some countries are indeed experiencing shock over the speed with which deregulation is happening. But we don't need that much deregulation in this country. We really do have to cap methane gases, CO2 gases, and sulfates. Because our planet is warming faster than anyone thought. And you know what? Folks can't live when it's too hot, and crops die off when it's too hot. So between ailments for people and less produce for us, it means that the world is going to be really hard put to get food on our tables. The good news is, in a lot of countries where democracy has been challenged, democracy is winning. In Seoul, in South Korea, they've just impeached their president for having called martial law. In Romania, they're having a new election, though I hope they're speaking to the rural folks out there to make sure that they don't believe that they've been hoodwinked because the far-right candidate is no longer allowed to run. They can't get more jobs into communities that have no water. There's no way to sustain them, just like they can sustain a lot of livestock and their crops. They got to think about global warming and fossil fuels. Russia is up to its same old tricks, cutting people's pipelines so it makes it hard for people to have warmth from gas lines in Europe. They call it the shadow war. Russia is no shadow war. It is an active participant in destroying other states for its own benefit. Nobody seems to care that Putin is still raging war against the rest of us, still trying to carve out more and more power for himself. As far as the Russian people are concerned, they're expendable. And that's sad, because their interest rates may go to 21%. But that's 2024. We don't know what 2025 is going to bring. Bangladesh is the number one country, according to The Economist, in terms of promoting democracy. After 15 years, and I think about 175 minutes in power once again, the old president is gone, and a new regime is taking hold. And in Syria, where Assad is gone, it's 3 weeks now, and they're still trying to maintain a government for the people, by the people. Well, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that everyone who was promised something by Donald Trump really did believe he's going to deliver. And if he thinks he's going to shock people and still stay in power, he may have another thing coming. It may not be so easy. I think we like our freedoms. We may not want others to have freedom, but personally, I like my freedom, And I think you should like yours. Because freedom is like loving thyself. When you love yourself, you can give to others and be compassionate. And you don't want to see that taken away. We're heading for 2025 in a couple of days. Never thought I'd see it. And here we are. I'm excited for the new adventure. And we should see that all of us get a better life and a real step up the ladder so that we can see a lessening of poverty and disease. We got the tools. All we got to do is use them and never give up hope that we can have what we want and we can see a better future for our children. Thank you.